What's good, y'all? It's your boy John back here at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Today is Monday, May 23rd, and I'm here for another Wonder Woman update. So let's get on into it. So arriving here over by the entrance of DC Universe, you're going to see them hoisting a piece of track right now. This appears to be part of the track that's going to be going up into the crow's nest turnaround. You might be able to see the piece of track behind it right there, almost very similar shape to this one being lifted right now. This is going to probably be attached right to where they are right now. It's kind of hard to see where it's going to be connecting to because the special effects building is kind of covering, but like right basically where you see the worker in the lift, it'll be attached right there, as well as a couple supports over here. I'll continue to cover this piece of track going in, but I want to show you guys a few things in the area as well. So what I wanted to talk about real quick was actually the electrical workers that are on the final brake run right now. They kind of just ducked down a little bit behind that red catwalk right there, so it's kind of hard to see them, but there's at least 3 workers up there right now currently working on the electrical. I'll try and show you guys if they do pop out, but just wanted to touch base on that real quick. Also notice a lot of workers in the foreground where the DC Universe entrance sign is going to be. There's tons of people working over here as well. And then also some people over off into the queue section. You might also notice that there is scaffolding now placed around the old entrance sign to Green Lantern. And that's most likely due to them getting ready to do the final exterior work like they did with the old station building. Most likely going to be building some columns just like you see there in the front. They're going to probably be putting those around the outside of this sign and just restructuring it. Just picking back up over here. They're still working on this piece of track. I'm going to go head over towards Riddler's and Justice League and see what's going on over that way. And then we'll come back and check in on this piece to make sure that they got it in. And see if they're going to do any more pieces over here. Picking up over here by the bumper cars, you can see them working on the mid-course brake run. There's so many people on site actually right now. We got workers over here working on the mid-course. They're installing some components. You can see them hanging down. It's kind of bright out and it's kind of hard for me to see what exactly it is underneath. But they definitely added stuff to the mid-course. And gonna move over this way to the left. You're gonna see some more guys, appear to be from RMC actually, up here inspecting parts of the ride that have already been complete over on the south end of the project. And just making sure everything is looking right, that the guys have done before, double checking all the bolts and connections and whatnot. And now that the concrete foundations are solidified, they want to make sure that all the connections between the support and the track are solidified too. Just want to give a quick update on the bumper cars actually. See that all the cars are parked in the back right there, but they're also doing work on the floor for the bumper cars. You can see a guy down there doing some welding work, as well as a guy up here fabricating some pieces to be used. Yeah, not sure exactly what happened, but I'll cover this and make sure to let you guys know when it's finished. Just a quick shot of the lift hill right now. Sorry for the workers in the background, but yeah, just want to show off how much of the lift hill they have installed now. We are definitely at least 70%, 75% of the way up the lift hill at this point. Maybe they are saving the final piece at the top or the top off for the final piece. Who knows? They still haven't installed more of the drop yet. They seem to be working down on the north or up on the north end of the project over where I was showing a little bit ago. But who knows? Maybe they'll come back over here. There's still been no rhyme or reason to the way this coaster has been being built, and I'm not gonna pretend like I know. I can only just guess like you guys. And my guess is that this would probably be the final piece up here that they do. But who knows? It could be the wave turn, the unique section of this track. Here's the lift hill again from by the barbecue restaurant. So you can see that it's basically up to the final support structure, and then you got those two at the top. Picking up over here in front of the barbecue restaurant, you're gonna see some of the workers painting the section of track work or track that they did the blend work on right here. I know I've been covering this section actually in particular, just kind of showing you guys the process of what happens. A lot of you were asking, do they end up painting it, the gray part back? And so here you can see him actually even using a brush to really do all the detail work. And then obviously over here they use the rollers at first and then go in with the paintbrush and get in each like crevice and crack and any bolts or whatnot. They might leave the bolts painted. I mean, they might leave the bolts unpainted, but they might paint them as well. We'll see. Most likely leave them unpainted. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off real quick. I'll try and see if they finish this piece by the time I leave and show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, picking up over here by the barbecue restaurant still. I wanted to talk about the components that they've been installing. So now that I'm closer, they're definitely the pistons that lift up and down the brake pads for the mid-course. So that's what you're seeing right there, that they got those components installed. And yeah, like I said, what these do are lift up and down the brake pads. That way it's able to stop and release the train when needed. Here's just a closer look at them from here. Also, while I was over here, I noticed another guy, looks to be from RMC actually, checking the connections, or two guys actually checking the connection on the big airtime hill right there, almost at the top of it. They seem to be doing some final adjustments and setting the bolts till they're finally completely done. So I want to quickly talk about the fence, the fence that just came in. They got some stored over here. They're going to be starting over in this end, or this end of the project. Now, these are the gates that are going to be, the fencing that's going to be going around the coaster, the perimeter. And I want to quickly, move over to here to where you can see that there are some markers possibly. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but you can see an X like right there. As well as, I'm going to pick up in another clip right now. Hold on 1 second. As well as you're going to see dots like you see right there. And then they continue on every 6 to 8 feet or so around the perimeter. Now, from what you can see here, or hold on, let me zoom in or zoom out. Okay, so this dot, in retrospect to that footer right there, and actually even to the track right here, is about, I would say, 8 to 10, no more than 10 feet from the footers or from the coaster. So this fence is going to be about 8 feet out. I mean, no less than 8 feet out, and probably no more than 10 feet out from the coaster, just to give you guys an idea. So just quickly want to talk about the piece right here, which might be very well the very top of the lift hill. This might be the final piece right here. Not sure, but that's pretty much what it looks like, because there are no other sections of this ride that really have a piece or would fit a piece like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that that is the top of the lift hill right there and the crest. So we'll see. It's over here. Not sure if they're going to be putting that up anytime soon, but it is sitting right here. Picking up over here by Riddler's Exit, another major component I want to show off actually is the fact that they have dropped in the lift hill motor. You can see it, the blue right there, that's the motor, and it's already sitting on its supports. It's probably already bolted down and in place. Now they just have to work on the gearing and installing the chain to it. We'll wait for Riddlers to go by and then try and get a better shot of the motor. Here's another quick shot. I showed it in the last update, but that is going to be the final piece of lift hill track right there. You can see how the end of it is a slightly curved, also angled a little bit down. That is going to be the final piece of track that has the anti-rollback notches on it, and then the crest will start right after that piece. Also, you can see in the background, if you look, you can also see the lift hill motor from here as well. Here's another quick shot. I showed it in the last update, but that is going to be the final piece of lift hill track right there. You can see how the end of it is a slightly curved, also angled a little bit down. That is going to be the final piece of track that has the anti-rollback notches on it, and then the crest will start right after that piece. Also, you can see in the background, if you look, you can also see the lift hill motor from here as well. Here's one final shot of the lift hill motor. You can also see the piece of track that I was talking about over there on the right side with the notches in it. I did see a couple workers over there by the motor. Not sure if they're actually working on that part yet, but there were some people over there. I've been seeing handfuls of crew all over the site, so it's kind of hard to tell who is working on what. And so, yeah, I can't really confirm that they're doing anything besides just getting the motor in for now, but I'm going to keep my eye on it and see if anything turns up. Picking up over here again at that piece of track that I was filming before. You know, we got a bunch of, like, looks like some of the, you know, more of the OGs of the work site gathered around this piece of track. Not sure exactly why they are gathered around this particular piece of track, but yeah, they've definitely been touching it, and there is something up with this piece of track, and I have no idea why these guys in particular are right over here, because these I've been seeing them around, and they're not usually around the pieces of track or talking about the piece of the track unless it's something significant. So this would give me more reason to believe right here that this is probably going to be the final piece of track, and maybe they're discussing where they're going to put the flag, or whatnot that they're gonna put on it when they do hoist this piece of track. And maybe they're talking about when they're gonna do it. Would love to be a fly on a support right about now, or a piece of track, you know? So the painters are now, there's more painters over here in this section. See that they're getting some of the yellow track paint done. With the rollers, there's a guy right here in the foreground, and you might be able to see the guy in the background. He's got a roller as well, and he's working on a piece of track in the back. So earlier I was talking about, you know, the guys working in the front right here by the entrance of DC Universe. Here's a couple of them right here. It's just really hard to tell because the fence or the wall is so close. But they're definitely over here getting that entrance sign ready and the whole entrance area ready for when Wonder Woman does open. Let's quickly move on over here to the piece of track that they've been working on. It's still being supported by the crane, and I'm not sure if they're going to be doing another piece or not after this. It is pretty late. Sorry for Superman. But yeah, it is pretty late already, so I do not think they will be. Never know though. But I'll be back at the park tomorrow and throughout the week this week, so I'll definitely continue the coverage. But I think this is going to be the last piece of track for today, and that's that same one going up into the crow's nest. So just really quickly wanted to show off where the pieces of track are meeting. And it's right there. It might be hard to tell because of Riddler's supports, but a little to the right of the corner of the effects building, you'll see the split in the track right there. And they've already moved away from that split with the lift, so it's supporting itself over there, and they just are attaching it to the actual support right now. Like I said, this is probably going to be the last piece of track, so might be the last one. So quickly picking up on this gift shop project that they've got going. This thing is actually really massive now that the walls are going up and we can actually see the shape of it taking place. I'm actually really impressed with the size of this gift shop. It's going to be pretty big, almost like I would say about the size of the Emporium in the front of the park. So yeah, expect this to be a pretty significantly sized gift shop. Sorry, it might be a little bright to see, but you could definitely see that coming along quite quickly. And yeah, I'll continue to cover this, guys. Just wanted to show you from here. So that's going to wrap it up for today's update. I appreciate everybody tuning in as always. Thank you all so much for the love, the comments, and the support. I will be back at the park tomorrow as well as throughout the week this week to cover everything that's happening. Again, thank you so much. And I will be back most likely on Wednesday with the next update. Unless something significant happens tomorrow, I'll release that tomorrow. Okay, thanks again. And until the next update, this is John, and this has been your Theme Park ERT.